Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Nonstop Talking with your girl here, Vivian Liu. With the holiday season approaching, I thought it would be fun for me to bring back the tradition of me discussing the Christmas movies I watched in the last year. In last year's video, I actually forgot to mention one movie because I'm dumb. And that brings the total for this year's list to 12. So to start things off, I'm going to be discussing the movie that I forgot to mention in 2020's video. Number one is A Cinderella Story, A Christmas Wish, which came out in 2019. So I love the A Cinderella Story franchise, and ever since I think the Selena Gomez one, they've added song and dance. And I love Cinderella retellings. I love Christmas movies. So obviously this was right up my alley and I enjoyed it a lot. In A Cinderella Story, A Christmas Wish, we meet orphan Kat, who is living with her stepmom and two stepsisters, and she is an aspiring singer-songwriter. She's working part-time as like a singing elf and starts developing a relationship as with the guy who is dressed up as Santa. Honestly, I just really enjoyed the songs, the costume, and the stepmom and the stepsister were more like dumb funny than they were truly wicked. So it stayed in that kind of like peaceful, happy, like holiday vibes, and I really enjoyed that. I have since rewatched the film, so I do think it's rewatchable and it's entertaining, and I gave it a 4 out of 5. Number two is Holiday, which came out in 2020. I don't remember this movie, honestly. That's shocking. According to the internet, it's about two strangers who enter into, I guess, kind of an agreement to be each other's plus ones during the duration of the holiday season, and they start catching feelings. Emma Roberts is in this, and I will always remember her for that little Nickelodeon show Unfabulous, and the talented and lovely Kristen Chenoweth is also in this. So the cast is pretty like decent, but like looking at my review, because like I said, I don't really remember much of the movie, I wrote that in short it was a romantic comedy that wasn't funny. And now, like a year later, knowing that it's unmemorable at the time, I kindly gave it a 3 out of 5, but I mean, it's probably just a 3 out of 5 then. Number three is The Princess Switched 2, Switched Again, which came out in 2020. These movies are not good, and I don't know, there's just some like entertaining factor involved where if they keep coming out with it, which they are, because there's going to be a third one, then I'll definitely watch it. Like there's just something about it, like they're not good, but I'll keep watching. And I think I gave the second one a 2 out of 5. Like in short, it's just really ridiculous and stupid, but you just can't stop yourself from watching it. And you know, Vanessa Hudgens is pretty great. Number four has two titles. One is A Christmas Solo and the other is A Song for Christmas, which came out in 2017. I actually saw this show up on my Amazon account, and I saw that Kelly Williams is in it, and Kelly Williams was in one of my favorite sadly canceled shows, Lie to Me, so I decided to give this movie a chance. In this movie, Kelly Williams plays a single mom with a teenage daughter, Charlotte, and they like move, so now Charlotte's like the new girl at school. The mom meets a single dad who also has a teenage daughter, Melissa, who goes to the same school. At the school, Melissa, aka MJ, bullies Charlotte as they both vie for like the Christmas solo. Obviously, the bullying that happens with the two girls puts a strain on the adults trying to engage in a relationship. I thought this was decent. I liked that it was about older people falling in love, like second chance, and I also like that it kind of tackled a little issues that teenagers of single parent household face. Overall, like I said, it's average, but I liked it and I gave it a 3.7 out of 5. Number 5 is Let It Snow, which came out in 2019. This is like a big group ensemble cast kind of movie, and I really enjoyed it. It was a very diverse cast and a diverse story, and it's in short about a group of high school students that are like gathering during a snowstorm. I really liked most of the couples that developed except for one, and I think everything about it was just very like holiday vibes, teen rom-com, fun antics. Yeah, I just really liked it a lot. I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 just because it gave me a lot of like warm holiday feels, and that's like truly what I want for the holiday season with my Christmas movies. Number 6 is It's a Wonderful Life, which came out in 1947. I always try to like throw a classic Christmas movie every year that I've never seen. So this is my first time watching this classic and I loved it. I first watched it in black and white, loved it so much, we watched it in color, and rewatching it in color was actually so nice that originally I gave it a 4 out of 5 and then I bumped it up to a 4.1 out of 5. I went into this completely blind, not knowing anything about the movie, so I didn't even know that it was going to be discussing like suicide, and I was like, whoa, that's a very like darkish topic to be talking about during like a Christmas movie. But the way that they did it was just very heartwarming, and it was just such a like warm like movie, and I loved it a lot, and I think everyone should just go watch it. It's probably one of like my higher recommendations from this list, just because like honestly it just makes your heart feel so much feelings, and the way that it just pushes the message of kindness was just so impactful and endearing. I don't want to go into too much detail about the movie just because I do think me going into it completely like not knowing anything about the plot made the movie that much a bigger surprise for me and that much more enjoyable for me, so just go watch it if you've never seen it. Number 7 is Dash and Lily. It's actually not a movie but like a mini series, and it came out in 2020, and I am extremely disappointed that there is no second season because this was so cute. We have Dash, who is played by someone who isn't your normal like teenage heartthrob like looks. I feel like his next role can definitely be someone of like a serial killer or like a stalker, but he fits this role really well. And then the actress for Lily is just very adorable. Like she's very quirky, but in a way that works. This miniseries is based off a book, so there definitely is material for a second season, and I don't know why there isn't a second season. I know quite a few people that have seen it, and they all really like it, so that's kind of disappointing. Anyways, this is about two teenagers who find a notebook at the Magical Strand bookstore in New York. Oh, I want to go visit there so bad. Well, so yes, they find the notebook and they like start communicating with each other through the notebook, and they're like sharing, like giving each other dares to do, and like sharing each other's like start sharing their secrets to each other, and just watching that like relationship blossom and watching them kind of like help each other like mature and grow and become better people. It's all very heartwarming and it's so sweet, and the chemistry is definitely like there, and the romance is there, and the teenness of it all is there, and yeah, I wish we got a second season. I think I ended up giving this a 4.5 out of 5 if I remember correctly. Actually, I double checked. I gave it a 4 out of 5. But that doesn't diminish the fact that I would love a second season, that this is really great. I don't know why Netflix is not giving us a second season, and talking about it makes me want to like rewatch it. But at the same time, like rewatching it knowing that there's no second season also kind of breaks my heart a little. Number 8 is Love at the Christmas Table, which came out in 2012. So I actually saw this show up, was it also on Amazon? I think so. And I saw that on the cast there was Scott Patterson, who is in the beloved series Gilmore Girls, so I obviously had to watch it. This movie is about two childhood family friends growing up. They like always meet for Christmas Eve, and they always like I guess play and chill together under the Christmas table. Frankly, I don't think this type of story works with me. So I don't like the whole like long time friends who've always had feelings for each other never get together for various reasons. I feel like this kind of plot just drags, and it's not fun, especially if every time there's like a new reason, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, who cares, don't get together, like at this point, whatever's, right? And then with this movie, there's like a 5-year time jump that I didn't think was very like necessary or needed. Yeah, I just honestly, like, this story just didn't work for me. It's not like something I enjoy. Looking at my notes, I was very nice and gave it a 3.6 out of 5 and said that it was chill, it just wasn't for me. So yeah, I always feel like I'm a lot kinder with my ratings when it comes to like Christmas movies, but it is what it is. Number 9 is Christmas Catch, which came out in 2018. I noticed that online, Christmas Catch has really low ratings and quite a few negative reviews, but I actually really enjoyed it. I got such a kick out of it. The story is about Detective Mackenzie Bennett, who is going undercover to try to catch a diamond thief by the name of Carson. While undercover, she starts catching feelings for Carson and suspects that he might have been framed. This movie was honestly just very goofy. It didn't make sense, but I had such a kick-ass dorky time watching it, and it just gave me happy vibes that like I really liked it and gave it a 3.9 out of 5. Number 10 is Home Alone, which came out in 1990. I've always seen like bits and parts of this movie, like when it's on TV, and this is the first year I've actually sat through it in its entirety from beginning to end, and it truly is one of like, or like it's cemented itself as a Christmas classic. I feel like everyone has already seen or knows what Home Alone is about, but pretty much a child gets left at home during the holidays. Family goes on a trip and forgets about the child, and yeah, so he's now home alone, and he has to defend the house from thieves, burglars. Yes. I don't know why I struggled there with the synopsis, but you get the gist. Anyways, a lot of like intense, painful, but hilarious like prank kind of antics ensue, and it's a blast. It's so wild but fun, and just I give it a 4 out of 5, and like I said, it's really cemented itself as a holiday classic. Number 11 and number 12 I'm going to be discussing together, because number 11 is Die Hard 1, which came out in 1988, and number 12 is Die Hard 2, Die Harder, which came out in 1990. Die Hard 1 is a rewatch for me, and Die Hard 2, this is the first time I've ever seen it, and they're both very action-packed, and they're so much fun. The first movie is better than the second, in my opinion. I gave the first movie a 5 out of 5, and I gave the second one a 4.5 out of 5. And some people might consider Die Hard not a Christmas holiday film, but honestly, what is the definition of a Christmas holiday film if not just a movie set within the holiday season scope timeline? So why can't Die Hard just be a holiday Christmas action flick? I don't see anything stopping it from being that, and that's why it's on this list. I know there's like a huge discussion about it, but that's my unnecessary and unneeded 2 cents in the matter. So the first movie follows New York detective, or New York police officer. Is he a detective? I don't know. John McClane, and he is visiting his estranged wife and daughter for the holidays. He gets invited to his wife's, like, I guess, company holiday party, and the day of the party, terrorists take over the building, and he has to, like, save everybody, including his wife. And yeah, it's honestly just such, like, I remember I was rewatching this with my mother, and we were both just like, wow, wow, wow. Because it's a very fast-paced and entertaining movie. It's great on the action side, but at the same time, like, it's also very good with, like, the emotions. So with, like, the romance scenes, the buddy, like, feels, and, like, the, like, familial feels too. Like, I think everything just, like, hits. And also, like, the acting is very good, the characters are very good, like, everything about this is just very solid A+. I'm kind of rambling right now, so straight up, this is just a very thrilling and entertaining, action-packed film with heart and catchphrases that are still used to this day. So it shows you, like, how it has remained relevant. And yeah, it's just exciting. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. And R.I.P. Alan Rickman. That's it. That is all the Christmas movies I saw last year. I will be starting my Christmas movie, like, watching soon. The thing is that I used to wait until, like, December 1st. And then streaming services started releasing these movies earlier. And I'm looking at you, Netflix in particular. And because of that, people around me were watching it. And I feel like I would miss out if I don't watch it early enough with them. So now I'm allowing myself to watch them immediately after Thanksgiving ends. But at the same time, I feel like it's too early. But so many come out in a year, and with streaming services, I feel like if you're not watching it at the same time as everyone else, like, did you really watch it? Like, you missed out on the hype. Was it really that good, or did you just miss out on the hype? Yeah, I'm going on a tangent, but I'm curious about your thoughts, so let me know about that. And also, feel free to leave me any recommendations down below in the comments. Outro time. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in my next video whenever that is. Bye!